My sign here says that it's time to go live, so I guess I will. Um, it's raining here, and hopefully we won't get flooded out, but we're good. We're gonna get started. So here's the opening. Well, good afternoon, one and all, and whoever else is out there. I'm John Celestri. Welcome to my studio. This is where I work, and I'm working on a comic book, and that's why I've invited you to see what I do. And I'm glad that you're able to show up. I'm working on a comic book that I started off as a a novella, and kind of developed it into I published it, and then I decided to develop it into for a TV show, either both live action or animation. And then I decided, well, since Hollywood is a very incestuous, society, they only sell and buy and play with each other. And since I didn't have any family members who could sort of give me a leg up, I decided, well, let me try it as a comic book. So this is where we are now, and I'm be working on the second to the last page of the next book, book 2, and it would be in chapter 4 of the Bloodwing Angel Chronicles. So I'm going to switch over here, and let's see. There you go. Now the the first two sessions here, I was working on it in various forms, and I'm going to continue with working on it. And I'm going to see. Oh, let's see. Well, first, before I get away from my captain's chair and go on to the drawing board here, we've got Joe D. McPhee in the house and Ryan Broadman. Oh, geez. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go now. Afternoon, John. Afternoon, Joe. Thanks for coming. And now we've got Brian. And geez. I hope I live up to your expectations, Brian. I'm going to work on this, and I'll show you what for. Let's see here. And then we also have Suta. Hello. Glad that you're back. So I'm going to get my pencil, and I'm on to this here. Let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on this panel here. Here, this is I kind of marked them. This is panel A, panel B, panel C, and that's what I'm going to work on. Now, you all have seen this layout here. This is my thumbnail, and this is the size. I drew it as the size of the comic, the way it would be printed, and then I've scanned it and put it into my layout with Clip Studio. and I've sometimes I will put in, let's see here, just to make it interesting. Here, for example, uh, sometimes I'll have this here. All of these were drawn with my on actually in Clip Studio Paint, and then I had Michael on. Let's see where we go here. Where's panel there? Okay, this was all done actually, with pencil on paper and scanned it in and into the into Clip Studio. Now you'll note I'm going to go up and down. Look how much smoother these lines are with a pen, with a digital pen. Whereas, look how much grainier this is with a pencil. And this is why for certain scenes, I prefer drawing on pencil and paper, scanning it, and I get the grittiness of the line. Let me go here for a moment here. This is kind of my reasoning. As nice as the line is here, it doesn't do it for me. Now the reason I used the a pen, the digital pen, and drew it on this because it was so small that I wanted what I wanted to do. Okay, so for example, we're back here, and let me just let's get these. What are we doing here? Okay. Okay. Look how small and rough this layout is. I mean, it's a thumbnail, but I still could not get. There's no way that I would be able to get that kind of line with a pencil. I just couldn't sharpen the pencil down as much. Now I could blow it up, and I could do what I do with the other stuff, but I wanted to see, in terms of blowing it up 3 times the 300%, 400%, and then reduce it down. Well, I figured, well, since I've got this, I've got this capability to work with a digital pen, let me make use of it for the smaller drawings where I'm not worried about making it, gritty or not. When you're down that small, that's not a problem. That's not an issue. Let's see here. Okay, we got some points here. Let's see. Checkpoint. Hello. You can find black brushes that replicate pencil pretty well, though. Okay. And you can tune the sensitivity on the tilt and pressure to. Okay. With pencil, you got to find different leads. Yeah. And I missed the old HBs and the box of empty pencils. Okay. Well, those are all valid points. However, I have 6,500 sheets of animation bond paper, which is the highest quality paper you can get for drawing. And I've got about 350 pencils, 2Bs and HBs and Japanese HBs and the Blackwing 602s, and they're great. So I'm not going to just throw them out. I've, got several $100 worth of pencils and such. And so I'm going to do that. But I understand you're wanting to do that. But again, I'm an old dog. I'm learning new tricks, but how, I don't know how many tricks I can learn. I mean, I am doing this. And I understand what you're saying. The and I just have such a hard time keeping supplies organized. I don't. You know what? Let me show you. Let me move this a little bit over. Okay, I'm going to use this here. Turn this around here. Okay, you see that right there? That's my cabinet. That's where I keep my paper and my pencils, and I've got paper all over the place. I'm just going to be, a hard person to. What's the word? I'm going to keep arguing about this. If I had good material, I should use them. Yes, and that's the thing. I make use of everything that I've got. The tools that I've got and that I've got are from what is it? I've collected, let's say, for example, Toon Boom. The Toon Boom studio I have, you can't get anymore. It is it's such an old school thing. They don't make it anymore. They don't supply. I bought it back in 2009. This program. It was like a Toon Boom 4.5. I was using Toon Boom Studio since 2000, 2001 for version 1 and even the beta. And so, so it's like 21 years that I've been using this program. But I'm not going to spend, $30 or $40 or $50 a month just for one program that's continually as a subscription. That's my way of thinking. I'm going to use it until I can't. And I had a couple of times where I thought I wasn't going to be able to transfer the Toon Boom from one iMac to another, but I was successful being able to do that. So I'm going to use it. Let's see. Brian says, I think there's a great relationship between traditional medium and digital. With your vast experience with traditional tools, I think you're respecting both mediums very well. Thank you. Thank you very much, Brian. And he says here, I look forward to seeing how you further the relationship between these two mediums. Okay, well, I'm going to show you how I draw here. And, oh, nice shirt. Oh, well, thank you. This is an old shirt. And once again, I decided I'll give you a little pop of color. So, all right, let me get to this drawing here. Okay, so I'm going to work on this panel here, and this is the panel I'd already started work on Michael launching off. He's running up the mountain of skulls, latches on. Oh, geez, have I not? Okay, I'm so sorry. Did I mess up here? Jeez, I apologize. I messed up here. I'm going to have to go back. Okay. Dear Lord. See, this is an old dog learning new tricks. So, I am... I'm going to have a great... picture what is in the clips with enough of time. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Okay. Well, listen, thanks a lot. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to continue doing this. And yeah, well, I'm not the best of you. I'm pretty. Okay. Let me carry on with this drawing and I'll show you the rest of it. Okay. As I carry on. All right. I apologize. All right. Let's just okay. So I wish there was anybody around to, share the screen and say, "Hey, you're messing up, Celestri." But anyway, we will get through this in this here. So now that we're at this point, we are going to go through here. That's where the waist is here. And can you see? Oh, tell me, can you see this here? Okay, you all can see what I'm doing now. All right, good. So, and here we have Michael's buttocks. Okay, let's get her going here. And here's this is the heel, and then this portion of the toes. Toes are kind of curling in. Okay, so let's see how this looks in comparison here. Okay, so now you can kind of, I hope you can feel what's going on in this area here with her feet. And I'm going to keep on going back and forth. Okay, you can see it. Yep, we can see it. Yes. Yep, I see a butt. Yes, of course you do. Okay, let's carry on. Now I'm going to be working with the wings down here. Now, you'll note the wings. Michael has wings on both sides, of each leg, but just for dynamic purposes, I'm not going to. It's going to be too confusing to have both wings up, and I'm just taking artistic license here and just make it so it looks like that. Like, there's just one. It feels right. It's the same way as you have one set of one wing on one side and one wing on the other side up on top. So and so this works together. But in actuality, when I need it, the wings are on. There are 4 wings down here, which is which kind of works with. Let's see, Brian. Brian, you would know about angels. You know that there are these wings, angels with six set of wings, six wings. So we've got one, two, three, four, five, six in particular, and so that's what I'm using in this particular case for Bloodwing. So, okay, let's get this here. Oh, I should have done this here. I am now going to make Michael the red, bringing it down. Should have done that. This is the equivalent of having seeing a sheet of paper under a light board. And this is what I normally would see. This is about at 40%, 47% here. That way, now I'm just, come on, get in there. Oh, that's the line. Now I'm starting to carve out the way the wings would look a little differently. Instead of it just being roundish and sweeping, there are some kind of angular elements to it. Let's see. Let me save this. And that's another thing for me is I'm always wind up saving as I go along because I hate. Let's see. Here was it here. Or was it six set? Well, in particular case, Bloodwing, your checkpoint saying about was it six set? Brian says here, oh yes, there's even some angels are described as just wings and eyes, lol, but don't be afraid. Haha, yes. So Michael is a seraphim, six-winged angel. Lewis, well, Michael is the last youngest angel in creation. So in many ways, Michael was not developed yet. Could have been also, but Michael has six wings, and so it's like three sets. And so that's what makes the story so interesting, because for me, that the most innocent angel in creation is tossed into the world, and so this is what's happening to the most innocent of them, and that's why Michael feels betrayed. And so it's not like, well, you throw a teenager out there. This is a babe in I don't know, in angel, angel age, I guess. So we're going to this is all part of the the legendary, the legend and the backstory, the backdrop, and the tone for the book. So let's see. I'm going to get back to this here. So we've got now. Let's see where. Let's see how this. Okay, here. Going to. What did I do up here? Okay, that's a border. I'm just removing the border of here so that I can work on it. Okay. Don't like all that extra line. Really don't like all that. Let's see here. For some reason, it's shifted over to. So I'm making compromises here because this does not, the pen does not work to my fingers the same way a pencil would. But I'm making compromises here because of the size of the imagery that we're working with here. It does not, it does not, there's too much of a lag for me. That's another reason why I won't draw these. I'm not going to use these digital tools for more important drawings. There's an aspect to the wings that I'm trying to give as it's kind of a bony wing. See what I mean here? So Brian says, in my research, I've discovered that cherubim and seraphim are more titles or roles to play than a type of race of angelic being. In fact, even the term angel is a title. It means messenger. Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's how I remember it as from my Catholic, my Jesuit training. Some technically the term for a spiritual being, according to two temple scholars, is Elohim. Okay. Well, Brian, if you will look at a lot of the texts, the names given of all of the various major angels, they end with El. Michael and Raphael. It's almost like, and I don't know, but for me, it's kind of like the term El could be referred to, an angel of some sort, ends as angel. But that's where, if you look back at book 1, episode 1 of Blood-Winning Angel Chronicles, you'll notice that the title over the storefront of the religious gift shop is L&L Gift Shop, EL and EL Gift Shop. And what I did was, my parents had a shop, it was a Catholic gift shop, in Brooklyn called L&L Gift Shop, but the L&L was Lena and Loretta. But I've taken some, artistic license and made it L&L for Elvira and Elwood and Elmer. Now these are characters in the book, in the story. So anyway, that's what I'm doing here. And Brian, and from the desk of a small press publisher, Brian is a scholar on this. Yes, he is. But I also have the books, and I'm the cartoonist of this book. And so therefore, I'm taking artistic license in this. All right, let me carry on here. And let me see if I haven't messed anything up. Okay. Now, the wings are attached. I'm building on all of this. Let me see. I just want to get a. Okay. Now, Michael has a. Gotta keep remembering to look at you when I talk. Michael has wing. The reason there's a blood wing is there. As a blood wing angel, the tips of the wings are still are tipped in red. That's because just signifying that it's an immature angel. It doesn't have all white wings. Okay, here. And that goes across to that. That's so let me get this roll back here. So now I'm just gonna give it a little wing texture here. And also on these, on the wings, it's on the tips. No, Siri, I don't want you. See, I touch things and I don't get the right feeling to them. Don't I just okay. So, okay, let me see what we got here. We've got Brian Rodman saying, I absolutely love how you've incorporated the gift shop and how your artistic license is great. Yes, I do. I am the god of my own creation. How's that? And Lewis says, yeah, out of the 9 different types of angels, the thrones are trippy looking. Yes, they are. And then from the desk, the small press publisher, you will always win as creator of this book. Yes. And Joe, I'm definitely not a scholar. I just read a lot. Yeah, but that's good. And you know a lot more than I, but you seek out more than I on this topic. Aha. And Brian, I love why her wingtips are red. In your world building of this book, will there be any angels with full color, or is that a spoiler? Oh, well, if you look at the legend on page 1 of book 1, you'll see that that the angels are have different colors. The highest angels are gold, and and then you have all of the red angels who are who are bad. Or let me see, how did I word that? Anyway, yeah, we're going to have colors on all of them. Yeah, it's it. No, that's there's no spoilers there. They're red angel, red devils, and they go back and forth. You know, a demon can get back into the light and become an angel of light, or an angel of light can lose its way and become a red devil. So yeah, I need to read issue 1 again. Yes, read it again and with this new understanding, and also maybe think, see the metaphor I did about the birth of Michael into the earth, and the concept of having to be born and of earth, and then uh, has to survive by crawling out of that hole. But if Michael doesn't manage to get out of there, Michael will die on his own, as many other species of this earth. So yeah, take a read about that, and then start piecing all this other stuff together. Because I really, it's not so much that I worked really hard on it, and I did, but wanted this to be more metaphorical. There is a lot going on in the story, and it's not just about you know an angel and a demon and powers and things of that sort. There's a lot about us. So anyway, okay, now I'm going to do some flaming here. Let me just get around here. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to give it another level for, to get a layer to put a flame on there. I'll mark it as flames. And I will now do let me choose the interior flame sword. Yes. So I'm going to, that's the flaming sword here, and now I'm making a bit more, sharper delineations here. And doing some flames Okay. And I'm going to do another one here. Interior. No, don't like that. Let's see. Okay. Let me just take that down here. And so now you can see this is my cleanup for this image. There's a lot of other stuff I've already got, that I've scanned into that. I've done this. I've done more stuff, but I have to output the drawings into Toon Boom, and so I can get them as PNGs, and they're a little smoother. I make the adjustments for that because I don't like the way the Clip Studio Paint adjusts and turns a raster level into a vector level. I don't like what they do. It loses something. They thick. It's like a Xerox. They reduce things, and instead of it being, retaining the sharpness that I had, it does something else to it. So that's why I'm using Toon Boom in many ways. So we've hit the 50-minute mark on this, and I'm sorry about the beginning. I apologize, but I made up for it for at least you got to see this last few, the last half hour of stuff. So you guys got any comments? Anything that you want to ask me? And other than I need to read issue 1 again. I'll take you off of that, Brian. So I will carry on with this. What I'm going to, as I said, this will be. I mean, it's not just going to be drawing. I will be doing the coloring, and you'll just see this is a production time for me. And so I thought it'd be most interesting if you all, look over my shoulder and just, ask questions. And okay. From the desk of a small press publisher, it's a good half hour. I watch to learn something new, like the posing, etc. Good. Thank you. I can always. I've got a full other page that I need to work on, and there's a lot of small. Like there's another one here with. Let me see here. This layer here. This part here. I'm going to draw this next time. Functioning with that, that Michael lands into the wall. And look how small. That was my thumbnail. So you'll see me actually, go through the aggravation of drawing this. And Brian says, I know we've talked about this before, but I can't remember. How long of a story will Bloodwing Angel be? Well, I'm a very long, it's an ongoing story, but I'm trying to, work it into, 40-page sections, so that every time you get it, you'll get an episode 1 and 2 episodes and at least 40 pages of each. And to fill out, if I don't have 40 pages, if I don't have 48 pages, I'll have at least 40 and another episode of the Club 6, the club's the 1717 Club. The story is ongoing because life is ongoing, And as we go, there's a point where Michael, you will see Michael becoming involved in the lives of the the Combs family in Brooklyn, and they get into the store and their relationship and interaction with the gangsters across the street, and it'll just keep on. There's a lot to happen within that world, within the society that is saving itself from the trying to protect themselves from the demons outside. But I'm not going to give you spoilers, but they're not really that good at doing that. Let's see. So yeah, it's this is my story to tell, in terms of as long as I can keep it going. It's like a comic strip. It's like Terry and the Pirates. It's like, Dick Tracy. It's like all of the Flash Gordon. It's a story about people and how they change and how they work. I'm not going to do, but the key is that if you look at the Book of Job, there was a finite story for that, but that's basically one of the elements that I added into the book of this Bloodwing Angel Chronicles, and that is that Michael is a pawn in a cosmic chess game between Creatus and Shadow. And that's what's happening, what it is. And this takes us back and forth because Michael can lose his way and her way, because remember, Michael is both a male and female. And so therefore there are elements that are, I think quite interesting to explore. I mean, being an angel, Michael feels betrayed. And Brian says, love it. I'm a slow burn story fan. Love the long haul. Yes. But you know what? I'm not doing compressed, or rather decompressed storytelling. There's a lot going on in all of this. I do not, try to pull milk a story, for pages on where it could be told in one page. No, I will try and make it as fast-paced as possible, but sometimes stories that are rich with character, have to be, are not going to come to the end that quickly. So, guys, it's 57 minutes into it, so I'm really glad that you all, showed up. If you want to, message me later on, for anything else. But I'm going to put a stop to this, and I will see you, Friday if you want. Once again, I'm trying to do this Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 3:00 because I'm doing production, and it's kind of like you guys have come into my cubic workspace and you're asking me questions, and I'm showing and telling, but I'm also drawing. So, guys, thank you very much. And until then, I'm going to say goodbye. And if you want to say any last words, I'll wait a beat or two. Like, Brian, great show. Looking forward to Friday's show for sure, my friend. Thank you, sir. All right. I'm going to see you guys later. And, Sean, okay. See you Friday, John. Thank you, Sean. See you then. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys. I'm gonna end the broadcast now, and see you.